Hey everyone, if you want to know how to get this makeup look, then keep watching. Also, I want to just say I've got this white screen and it doesn't fit right here. So just like get over it. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is primer to prime our face. I've already done moisturizer, washed my face, and like a rosehip oil. But now I'm just going in with the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer. And this is like a silicone base, which I really like because I feel like it fills in my pores. Now I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Infallible Up to 24 Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. This is in the shade 440, I believe. So yeah. I'm just going to get my beauty blender and then put that on my face. I love how that foundation makes my skin look really smooth. And next thing that I'm gonna go in with is the Camo Concealer by e.l.f. and this is in the shade Medium Sand. So normally I just do like a triangle under my eye. And then a little bit on my chin and then down my nose. So I would just blend that all in. So I'm gonna do that real quick. So then I'm gonna go in with this Airspun Loose Face Powder in the shade Naturally Neutral. And I'm gonna put this under my eyes and like around my mouth where I crease a lot. I don't typically leave mine on very long. That's why I just use a brush to just kind of brush it underneath instead of letting that powder sit. And then the same for my mouth. I forgot I'm using my iPhone, so when you're facing this way you can't zoom in, but I'll just get closer for you guys. Oh, ignore my self-tanning, you know. So thankfully I already have really thick eyebrows, so I normally just go in with like an angled brush. And then I've been using this newer eyebrow product. It's a pomade and it's by Arches and Halos in the shade dark brown. I love this stuff. It goes on, glides on really smoothly. So I'm going, normally I just kind of like fill in where it needs to be filled in, kind of like normally in the front and in the ends. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. So I just brush through. I kind of brush up and out. Now for eyes, I'm just going to get the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Light Sand. So this is a little lighter. And I just put this on my lids for like a primer. And then I blend that in. Then I go in with that Airspun powder again. Also, just don't pay attention to my nails. Like, literally, like, my self-tanner on my nails, like quarantine, COVID-19, whatever. Like, okay, we're going back to this. So you just get some powder, and I just kind of set my eyes with that powder just so my eyeshadow isn't splotchy and make sure it blends good. Now we're gonna go in with the Jaclyn Hill Original Palette. I love this palette, so many great neutrals. It's got a few fun colors, you know, but for the most part it's neutral and it's like an everyday look. And this is normally my go-to palette. So I mix these two colors together. It's Silk Cream and MFEO. And I just use that for my transition shade. If you see me like looking over here, I've got my mirror over here too. Kind of help me see a little bit better, so I hope it's a good angle. But pretty much I'm just like taking it and just like putting it up close to my brow bone. Not all the way to my brows, but close to it. And just doing really fast motion and going like from the end to the outside of my eye. Now I go in with like a sponge. Normally if I'm doing like a dramatic or like eyeshadow with like darker colors, and I just get that powder and I just go where I want the eyeshadow to stop. Sometimes you'll see people using tape for this trick, but since I do my foundation first and I don't want to tear off or ruin my foundation, I go in with the powder and it works perfectly fine. So now I'm going to go in with this shade Roxanne and this shade Buzz, and not Buzz, Buns. So I'm going to put that a little bit lower, and we're going to go a little bit lower with that just to kind of give it that ombre effect. I'm going not all the way in towards the eye now, just like a little bit more than halfway. After blending the eyeshadow a lot, the powder on the sides may fall off. You can just like reapply, whatever. Now I'm going to go in this shade and this shade, and that's the shade Chip and Mocha. And I'm just going to mix those and put those kind of in the same area, just maybe a little bit lower. We're just kind of giving it that ombre effect where it's light at the top and then gets darker towards the bottom. All right, now I'm going to go in with that same concealer again, the light sand. And I'm going to put that on like this little flat concealer kind of looking brush. And we're just going to put this towards the inner part of my lid. Now I'm going to go in with the shade Millionaire by ColourPop. And I'm just going to put that on where we just put that concealer, where it's light, so that glitter can be vibrant. Then I'm going back in with the shade Chip and Mocha, these dark two shades at the bottom, and going back over and just to make sure like glitter didn't run over. I'm gonna go in with the shade Central Park and Soda Pop and go and make like a V in the crease and on the bottom. So now I'm gonna brush that powder off. See, it goes right away and it makes that line. Love that trick. Then I'm gonna go in with the shade Frog from ColourPop. This is like a lighter pinky shade. I'm just gonna put just a little bit on top of my lid. Now for bronzer, I'm going in with the shade Suntan by Milani. This is the Silky Matte Bronzing Powder. Smells good. It does a good job. I love this bronzer. I just put it right here, and then afterwards I kind of make like a 3. So I'm going to go in with Roxanne and Buns again. And I'm going to put this on the lower lash line. So I'm just going in with those shades. And kind of putting it like all on the underneath. Putting colors underneath your eyes, I feel like just helps your eyes pop a little bit more. Then I'm going to go in with Central Park and Soda Pop. And just put that like on the outer. Those are the really dark shades that we use. And I'm just going to do like a little bit on the outer part of it. Now I'm going to spray my face with this Wet n Wild Photo Focus 3-in-1. It's like a primer, a fixer, and then like a setting spray. I love the smell. This is the coconut one. Or it's a prep, a set, and a refresher spray. I just spray this before I put my highlight on. And then I go in with the Morphe highlight. This is a pretty intense highlight, and I just put this on my nose. And then I put it on my Cupid's bow above my lip, my chin, and then on top of my cheekbone. You can see like how intense that is. Then I go in with the Milani blush. This is in the shade Romantic Rose. And I just go in and put that on my cheeks. This is like a light pink. I don't like too much blush, but I don't want it to just be like highlight and bronzer, so I give it my cheeks a little bit of color. and a little bit on my nose. And now I go in with the Milani Make It Last setting spray, and I just spray on my face. And then I let that sit for a second. And then I go in with my beauty blender and kind of just let everything melt into my skin. Now I go in with the Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil in the shade Black Fever. And I just put this on my waterline, upper and lower. And then in the Jaclyn Hill palette in the shade Beam, I'm going to put that highlight on the inner corner and then brow bone. Now I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Voluminous Primer. This is for your eyelashes. I love this stuff. So I'm just going to put that on my eyelashes real quick. Then I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Lash Stiletto Mascara and put that on my lashes real quick. Then for another coat of mascara, I go in with the L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black and put that on top of that. And then I put this one, the L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black, on my bottom lashes. A really good trick if you get mascara on your lid. Once you let it dry, like not immediately, let it sit for a second, like finish doing your mascara, whatever you need to. And you can get a Q-tip and just kind of wipe it off and it comes off. And it doesn't take your eyeshadow off unless you're like really rubbing, but lightly just go over it and you should be fine. For lip liner, I go in with the Essence Stay Lip Liner. This is in the shade Because Duh. And I'm gonna line my lips real quick. And for lipstick, I'm gonna go in with the Kate Rimmel London in the shade 45. And for like a gloss, I like the Buxom one in the shade Dolly, so I just put that over. So this is the final look. Girl, paint me, you're perfect. I won't quit till the good Lord says my work is done. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Bye.